Welcome back, the beautiful people of YouTube. Right now we're going to be doing a viral math puzzle together. The viral math puzzle. Not duzzle, the puzzle. So, this is what we got going. It's a simple math equation. Starts off like this. 1 plus 4 equals 5. We have a couple pairs here. 2 plus 5 equals 12. Now I know these are not true statements in and of themselves, but we're just going to have to look at the patterns that are going to be emerging. And this is 21, and we are asked to solve this last pair, 8 plus 11 equals. Alright guys, so now that we have it all drafted out, I'm going to show you two ways that people are solving this equation here. I'll let you know later which one I came up with, but the way we're going to start is basically we're going to look for a pattern here. And there's two patterns that readily emerge. I'm going to start here on the left. What I'm going to be doing is basically the first number, which we're going to call A. So A times B would be your second number, plus A equals, in this case, that will be 1 times 4, which is 4, plus 1 equals 5. So that's good. Here we're going to be doing 2 times 5 plus 2. 10 plus 2 equals 12. So far, these are all true statements here. We're just going to keep going. 3 times 6 plus 3 does in fact equal 21. By this logic, I'm going to be applying the same principle of the pattern that's emerging to this last pair in the sequence. I'm going to be doing 8 times 11 plus 8. The answer will be 8 times 11, 88, plus 8 is 96. So, number 1 would be 96. This is your final answer. And in terms of the second pattern, where people get caught up on and they're very convinced that it is in fact the pattern, I'm going to write it out for you and demonstrate it. Basically, people go like this. It's kind of this little swing. And I'll write it out to you. They've basically connected all these pairs together. So what in fact they would wind up having is this number. So you would get 5 plus 2 plus 5, which, yes, in fact is 12. We're going to continue the sequence, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to do this little thing. This is how we're going to be able to see what we're going to do. So we're going to keep going until we hit this solution. Third pair here, you would have 3 plus 6 plus 12 does in fact equal 21. Then you would have 8 plus 11 plus 21. This would be 40. This is number 2. That's what I'm going to call it. These are both answers that people have come up with, and there's a huge debate on what is more correct. I'm going to show you guys a little while why I really believe that it is 96 and not 40. So as I just said, in my opinion, the correct answer is 96. Now, in fact, there really is no correct answer. There's two emerging patterns here. The question really comes down to question of correctness. So the reason I'm referring to correctness here has to do with the fundamental ways that people do math. And one of the first things you learn in school is the order of operations, which are PEMDAS. Now, these are terms that always apply: parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. These are rules that govern how math is computed throughout the world. That's why it's called a common language. In this case, by using scenario number 2, you have assigned a relationship between, I guess, elements between the equation equal sign itself, you've essentially said that this first pair is related to this pair, now is related to this one, and is therefore related to this one. But in fact, there is no actual link. The only thing you can take for a fact here is, yes, 1 plus 4 does equal 5. That is a true statement. 2 plus 5 does not equal 12. So that is a false statement. And just like from truth tables in middle school, for me, if you have a true statement and a false statement, no matter how you put it, you're going to be, your end result will be a false statement. You cannot assign this relationship to this group of elements. Now, you can wind up with any kind of, I guess, relationship if that's what you do, but PEMDAS dictates the way math is done and organized throughout the world. By using this first scenario, you in fact have completely separate and individual patterns that apply throughout the whole equation itself. And in my opinion, that's why 96 is the more correct answer. No one can definitively say whether it's 96 or 40, but one answer is more likely to be correct than the other. The reason is because that is the way math is done. You simply cannot say that even if I were to draw a random number here, let's say 5 and 8, is there a relationship between these two numbers? Somewhere there is a relationship. You could say they're ordered on the number line one way or another. You could say 8 is greater than 5. That is true. 5 is lower than 8. But other than that, there is no relationship between any of these pairs. If you guys have any questions, and I guess feel free to dispute my claim, but I, for one, believe it's 96 and it cannot be 40 because that is just an absurd way of doing math. There's no relationships between any of these elements here.
Please hang up and try again.